Okay, well, in a previous video, I told the story of how I got beat up by a guy who ended up murdering somebody around 7 years later. I got beat up by this guy in 1985, and he killed somebody in 1992. And the reason I got beat up by this fellow by the name of Steve Allen, and his victim was a guy by the name of Teddy Bellingham, just a young 15-year-old native boy who had run away from a group home and was living on the street, you know. And Steve Allen lured him up to an apartment and beat him to death. I tell the story in a previous video if you want to see it. Anyway, the reason I got beat up is because I refused to tell the cat joke. And I know probably some people saw the video and were wondering about the cat joke. Now, I didn't tell the cat joke because there was a girl at this party that Steve Allen and his friends had crashed that I liked, and I didn't want to look stupid when I told the joke. I didn't want to look stupid in front of this girl, so that's why I didn't tell the joke. But it was kind of a funny joke, so what I'm going to do is, for you guys who are wondering about the cat joke, I'm going to tell you the cat joke. This will be the one and only time I do this, so get ready. Here we go. The story went like this. There was this guy driving his car down the highway in the country. He's passing a farm, just a typical farm that you'll see in the country. A cat runs off the lawn in front of the house, out in front of his car, and the poor guy, he tried to stop the car or whatever, but it was too late. He run the cat over. Killed the cat. He got out of the car, and the cat was dead, and he felt pretty bad about it. But because he was an honest guy, and he thought, probably the cat belongs to the farmer, the farm family or whatever, there in the house there, and really they have a right to know what happened to their cat. He wheeled the car into the laneway there, and he goes down to the house, and the farmer happened to be outside working on a tractor or something. He had the wrenches out and stuff, and he was wrenching on this tractor. And so the guy got out of his car, and he walked over to the tractor where the farmer was, and he says, "Excuse me, sir." Farmer kind of looked up at him. He says, yeah, what is it? What can I help you with? And the guy says, "Well, sir, I think I may have just run over your cat on the highway." And anyway, the man with the farmer, he says, "Oh, well," he said, "how would you know, though, really? How do you know it was my cat?" "Well," the guy said, "it run up off your lawn here out in front of my car, and I just assumed it was your cat." And the farmer said, oh yeah, well, that sounds reasonable." He said, "But just to be sure, tell me this." He said, what does the cat did you ran over look like?" And the guy says, well, kind of looks like this." And the farmer said, No, I don't mean how he looks now. I mean, how did he look before you hit him?" And the guy goes, "That's the joke," anyway. Like he was surprised, the car was coming. He was in shock. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get hit. Anyway, that was the joke. It used to make people laugh. It was 1985, so I don't know. Humor maybe has changed a bit, but that's the cat joke anyway that I got beat up for refusing to tell. There it is. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that all with you in case anybody was wondering what about the cat joke. That was the cat joke. Anyway, kind of silly, really, but there it is. Um, I got another story I'm going to tell you too shortly, but I may even tell it today. I might even tell it now after I post this one. Anyway, talk to you all later. This next story is kind of funny in a way, actually, but if I tell it, and I probably will. All right, talk to you all later.